Hello, and welcome back to the Tiger Pit. Don't worry, Byron. I'm not going to show you my purple knives. Had to show another finger puppet here. I love this guy. What a little monster. Wow. Yes, it's sunny still. Still sunny. I'd like to do a review of RoseCraft. Savage Creek. Gunstock. So I'm going to do it on the tabletop here. Hopefully you guys can see everything. I've showed it in multiple shorts and had it in videos. It is 3 5/8 inch closed. It is black micarta. Hopefully you can see the detail. Spade shield, D2 blade. It is a bear head. Let's get a measurement on this blade. We have pretty much 2 3/4 with a 2.5 inch cutting length. You kind of got like a brushed satin finish to the blade. I wasn't going to get one of these. I think I'd mentioned that because I wanted bone. But fantastic job with this micarta, and fit and finish is exquisite. Back spring, 0 gaps, 0 light coming through. Beautiful half stops. Perfectly centered blade. Hopefully this is all getting in there. Perfectly centered blade. I really like this knife actually. They go for $59.99, $60. There are discounts out there. Tim's School of Fish, Big Red EDC. Multiple people have discounts. I picked this up from Red Hills Cutlery with 20% off. Came out to under 50 bucks. What a freaking deal. What a great size. What I love about this knife is not too small, which I guess too small would be under 3.5 inches. I like a lot of the mini trappers, they're 3.5 inch. And it's not too big. It's a good all around. Like if you're gonna have one pocket knife in your pocket, this may be it. I've been finding myself carrying this more and more. Now they do have the King Creek, which is 3.5 inch Coke bottle, and that's also a good size. This just, you get a good 4-finger grip. You got D2 steel. They come razor sharp, beautiful swedging. Look, they have a stamp in the tang. Case, take note. Case has gone away from stamping the tangs, and RoseCraft has gone to stamping the tangs. And Case and RoseCraft, they're kind of getting close to the same price. Depends on if you get discounts or not. I mean, I've been getting Case knives for less than RoseCraft, and they're made in the USA. But I guarantee the fit and finish is not as good as this knife here. Fantastic. I want to compare it to the old Appalachian Jack. Now, the Appalachian Jack has a pry bar at the end, so let's not measure the pry bar. Let's just measure the handle. And we got 4 3/8 inch closed. So with the pry bar, it's like basically 4.5 inches, but your hand's not going to be on that pry bar. And I think it's kind of cool and unique that they have a pry bar on this. So you don't use the tip of your knife to pry. A lot of people carry a separate EDC pry bar. I have not found a use for them, but it's nice to have this. And I've always wanted them to make this in bone covers, which actually this micarta almost looks like buffalo horn. I'm actually in the light being able to see some of the detail of the layers, but inside it just looks like black buffalo horn. But so I've wanted this in bone, but I'm wondering with the pry bar, if you actually use it in bone and you got any flex, you're probably going to get some cracking around the pins or something. So maybe that's why they didn't do it. But I know we're reviewing this knife and not this knife, and this is a lot larger. This is a 3 1/4 inch blade with, wow, that's a pretty big tang on there. 3 1/4 inch blade, and we have about 2 7/8 inch cutting length. And you can see this old blade etching is what they used to do. This is a fantastic knife. I don't nearly carry this as enough. I mean, if you want a good user, a good beater. Now, so what they're doing is they've re-released this. They did a second run, but with this awesome Mikata. And it really is a nice micarta on this Savage Creek. I'm almost thinking about buying one of them in that and maybe doing this as a giveaway, but this is unique. I mean, this, geez, I got this for like $27, $30. I think they were like $35 when they were out, and you could get discounts. So a really good one, just a really sharp blade. You gotta be really careful opening it. It could bite you. Perfect size. But then again, I said this is a perfect size and this is smaller. Let's do a pull on it. Say 6 to a 6.5, maybe a 5.5 into a 6. It really, it's all relative. Whereas this is 6.5 into 7, almost a better snap to it. So yeah, I just wanted to give you an overview. You can see how they say they're brushed satin finish bolsters, but the newer ones definitely have a higher polish than the older ones. You can see the brushing to it. And as far as the back spring goes, they're about the same polish. I wouldn't call this any higher of a polish. The blade thickness looks about the same. By the way, this is RoseCraft RCT 014 on the tang there. And like I said, I really like that they at least stamp RoseCraft into the tang. That's pretty cool. Now, in the future, I'm not sure there's any way that we're going to be able to date these, except that a lot of these models are released for 1 year. They did bring back the Orange Bone Clinch River, so I don't know how we're going to date these. There's really no date stamp. Guess we're just going to have to remember. And this has the classic rosebud shield. The spade shield on this one is really incredible. It's actually better than the Black Appaloosa by Rough Rider. More detail to it. Better shape. I kind of compared them all. This one does look the best. And you don't really notice unless you really look close, but higher quality. Like I said, $59.99, $60 knife. It's worth every penny. And if you can get these at a discounted rate or a second, I'd pick one up for sure. I'm wondering if they will ever come out with one of these in bone. I sure hope so. So I'll have to get one of those too. I do not have another Gunstock to compare this to. My other one was a Frost with 2 pin blades, and Byron Kennedy won that, and I sent it to him, so I had to pick up this. Byron, I hope you're enjoying your knife. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the sun. Take chances, stay sharp, and be kind.